of me. I ain't scared of you. You don't even know if that's his baby. You do not. Get a DNA test. That don't even make sense. That don't even add up.
Just PSA, I didn't approve for no crackhead be around my kids, so I hope everyone's in the same place when I arrive. I'm on the way. I'm on the way.
What's going to happen to you after you try to hurt me? Play with me. Disrespect me. Try to embarrass me. Ruin my witness to God. You can't do none of that. Y'all can't do that. What the hell? Y'all can't do that without getting a consequence, bro. I don't care. That's the observation. Every time somebody really played with me, always get hurt, bro. And I never hurt them. Straight up. So I'm giving a warning. Just like how they deserve to be in a grave or...
If you thought the Blueface, Chrisean Jaidyn saga was finally slowing down, think again, because the internet is convinced this love triangle has spun into an all-out hurricane. Chrisean reportedly expected a happily ever after reunion when Blueface got out of prison. But instead, fans claim she's been met with humiliation, rejection, and a revolving door of other women making their way into his life. And now, with rumors swirling about new pregnancies, secret linkups, explosive fights, and even accusations of witchcraft, the whole situation has escalated into one of the messiest celebrity storms we've seen all year. Buckle up, because this story only gets wilder from here. Everyone online swears the entire situation went left the second Blueface walked out of prison. Because while Chrisean reportedly expected a warm, romantic, locked-in reunion, the vibe the internet saw couldn't have been further from the fairy tale she had in mind. Fans say she had spent months talking about loyalty, holding him down, and praying over their future, so people genuinely believed she'd be the first person he would run to and publicly claim. Instead, the moment he touched down, social media caught a completely different story. Clips of Blueface looking distant, uninterested, and almost allergic to affection, while new faces and familiar women began popping up around him faster than anyone could keep up. Within hours of his release, the comment sections lit up with accusations that he was already aligning himself with other women. Names like Hazel and Jaidyn started trending again, and people swore they could see him purposely dodging Chrisean's hugs, kisses, and attempts to stand beside him on live streams. What she thought would be a reunion turned into a highlight reel of awkward body language and half-hearted interactions that fans described as the biggest plot twist of the year. And just when viewers thought the tension couldn't get any messier, the rumors began spiraling. Whispers about new relationships, secret linkups, family outings Chrisean wasn't invited to, and Blueface making comments that sounded like he wanted distance, not devotion. That gap between what she believed was waiting for her and what the internet claims actually happened is exactly where this chaos truly began, and it only snowballed from there. Once the initial shock of Blueface release settled, the internet barely had time to breathe before the next wave of chaos hit. Because suddenly, social media was flooded with whispers that he wasn't just reconnecting with people, he was actively popping out with other women. The name that grabbed everyone's attention first was Hazel E., and fans swear the timing was way too convenient to ignore. Screenshots, blurry sightings, and messy commentary started circulating like wildfire, making it seem as if Blueface had walked straight out of prison and right into someone else's arms. And just when people were still trying to wrap their heads around that, chatter about Jaidyn resurfaced. Rumors that she might be around more than anyone thought, and speculation that Blueface and his first baby mama had slipped back into a familiar closeness that made the situation look even more complicated. Meanwhile, the emotional contrast couldn't have been harsher. Followers imagined Chrisean sitting at home, waiting for the public recognition she believed she'd earned, while Blueface was allegedly bouncing between linkups, family outings, and photo-ready moments with women who were definitely not her. For fans, it painted a brutal picture. The woman who held everything down during his sentence, supposedly waiting in the wings, while he stepped into the spotlight acting like he was single, free, and ready to mingle. Every new rumor only intensified the stakes, turning Hazel, E, and Jaidyn into symbols of a deeper issue. That the loyalty Chrisean thought she had locked in might have evaporated the moment Blueface tasted freedom again. And as the internet watched him pop out with everyone but the woman who rode for him the hardest, people started asking the question that would fuel the rest of the drama. If he wasn't choosing her now, was he ever planning to choose her at all? Things truly spiraled when the internet caught wind of a so-called family day Blueface reportedly arranged with Jaidyn and the kids. The kind of quiet, wholesome outing that fans thought would happen far down the line, not immediately after his release. Online observers said the energy was peaceful, almost like a soft reset, until rumors broke that Chrisean had somehow found out exactly where they were. According to viewers who pieced together clips and posts, she pulled up with her son in tow, determined to confront whatever was going on. That was the moment everything snapped. The calm family outing instantly turned into a chaotic scene people couldn't stop talking about. Fans claim you could practically feel the tension the second Chrisean walked in, and it didn't take long before Jaidyn allegedly showed up too, ready to defend her space, her kids, and the narrative she believed Chrisean was trying to disrupt. What happened next exploded across social media. A physical altercation that viewers described as the moment the entire storyline shifted from messy to catastrophic. For many, this was the turning point, the clash that exposed just how deep the jealousy, resentment, and unresolved history between these three really ran. It wasn't just drama anymore. It was a full collision of emotions, loyalties, and territory, played out in real time for millions of spectators who couldn't look away. And as if the fight wasn't enough to break the internet, Blueface's reaction afterward poured gasoline on an already blazing fire. Instead of trying to calm things down, he jumped online with a string of comments that had everyone refreshing their screens. He vented about feeling abandoned in prison, claiming that people he expected to stand by him didn't, while others only offered minimal support. Even though fans debated the accuracy of his statements, one thing was clear. His tone was raw and resentful. He mentioned his baby mamas, hinting that neither one truly held him down the way he believed they would, which immediately reignited old tensions and gave the situation a whole new layer of emotional chaos. The internet couldn't believe he was saying all this publicly, and every line he posted felt like another blow to both women involved. To many viewers, it came off like he was rewriting history in real time, shifting blame, and painting himself as the one who had been wronged. The rant didn't just stir the pot, it shattered it. Instead of resolving the drama from the family outing, his comments made the feud even more explosive. Suddenly, fans were dissecting every detail, taking sides, and speculating about who was lying, who was hurt, and who was using who. What was already a heated situation turned into a full-blown firestorm because Blueface chose to air his grievances publicly, dragging private emotions onto a public stage where everyone had an opinion. And from that moment on, the drama stopped being just a series of messy incidents. It became a saga people were now invested in, waiting for the next unpredictable chapter. But nothing hit the internet harder than the airport livestream, the moment everyone points to as the climax of the entire saga. Chrisean went live while walking through an airport, crying, yelling, and venting in a way that made viewers stop scrolling and pay attention. Her voice was shaky, her emotions were explosive, and she didn't hold back. She hurled accusations, expressed anger that seemed to come from deep wounds, and spoke about trauma, loyalty, and betrayal all at once. At one point, she referenced death, jail, and curses, sending the chat into a panic because the intensity of her words made it clear she wasn't just upset, she was spiraling. Fans described it as watching someone unravel in real time, with the noise of the airport behind her making the entire scene feel even more chaotic. Anyone who thought the situation was just petty drama realized in that moment how emotionally unstable and overwhelmed she seemed. The live stream became the breaking point. The moment viewers finally understood that this wasn't just messy celebrity gossip, it was a full emotional collapse happening publicly, loudly, and without filters. And just when people thought the storyline couldn't take a darker turn, the witchcraft rumors swept across social media like wildfire. These weren't new whispers. Fans had tossed around speculation for months. But this time the chatter intensified after screenshots emerged of a Snapchat clip where Chrisean appeared to be handling nails in a way online users interpreted as some kind of ritual. The clip instantly went viral, with people stitching it, slowing it down, and analyzing it frame by frame as if decoding a mystery. Comment sections erupted with theories, some claiming she was using spell work to keep Blueface attached to her, others insisting the rumors were being exaggerated just to demonize her. Chrisean eventually addressed the allegations tied to her past relationships, denying parts of the story, but what grabbed everyone's attention was what she didn't deny. She never explicitly shut down the claims about using spiritual practices toward Blueface, and that silence only fueled the speculation even more. The uncertainty became the hook. Not what she said, but what she left unsaid. Fans were divided, half convinced the rumors were just internet hysteria, and the other half swearing the energy around her and Blueface was too chaotic to be natural. Regardless of which side people took, the allegations added a dark, mysterious twist to an already explosive saga, making the situation feel less like normal celebrity drama and more like a tangled mess of emotions, accusations, superstition, and fate. After Blueface's public rant lit up every corner of social media, Chrisean fired back with the kind of post that instantly shifted the narrative and had the internet buzzing nonstop. She uploaded photos showing bruises and marks across her body, presenting them as evidence of what she claimed she had endured behind the scenes. In a series of emotional posts, she alleged cheating, disrespect, and mistreatment, tying it all back to her belief that she had stayed loyal to someone who was now publicly dismissing her. The tone of her messages grew more intense with every update. It wasn't just frustration anymore. It was heartbreak mixed with rage, spilling out in real time for millions to see. She brought up her child as well, accusing Blueface of being dismissive and unsupportive, and fans could feel her unraveling as she listed each hurt she had held inside. What made the situation even more gripping was the rawness of her words. She sounded like someone who had finally snapped, someone who felt betrayed at a level deeper than just romance. By the time she finished posting, people weren't just watching drama. They were watching a woman who appeared to be emotionally breaking down piece by piece, and it left viewers torn, shocked, and glued to their screens. The moment all of this hit the internet, the public reaction became its own storyline, loud, divided, and impossible to ignore. Social media timelines turned into debate arenas as fans tried to unpack everything at once. The bruises, the fights, the live streams, the accusations, the rumors, the emotional breakdowns, and the alleged witchcraft. Some viewers insisted that Chrisean was a woman pushed past her limit, someone finally breaking under the weight of betrayal, motherhood, pressure, and unresolved trauma. Others argued that the entire situation was spiraling because both sides were feeding the chaos instead of stepping away from it. Meanwhile, a portion of the internet claimed Blueface had been dropping hints for months that he wanted out, and that his distant behavior after his release wasn't coldness. It was clarity. But the counter-argument was just as strong. People said he was playing both women, adding fuel to every fire, and publicly humiliating the one person who had held him down the loudest. Then you had the conspiracy theorists, the spiritual commentators, and the pop culture analysts all weighing in, turning the situation into a viral think piece. Some fan discussions tried to rationalize the energy between everyone involved, while others swore something darker was playing out, whether emotional, psychological, or supernatural. Every opinion thread drew thousands of responses, and the comment sections became a battleground of empathy, anger, disbelief, and messy entertainment. The division was so extreme that it felt like the entire internet had split into separate camps, each defending their viewpoint with the intensity of a fandom war. And that divide, that loud, chaotic, unstoppable flood of reactions, is exactly what made the story explode into one of the biggest pop culture talking points of the moment. So now the question is yours. After watching this entire situation unfold, do you think Chrisean is spiraling because she finally reached her breaking point? Or do you believe Blueface has been pushing her away on purpose to escape a relationship he never planned to return to? And second, with all the rumors, fights, and emotional blow-ups surrounding this triangle, who do you think is truly responsible for letting things escalate to this level? Drop your thoughts in the comments. because this is one storyline where every opinion adds fuel to the fire. And if you thought this was messy, wait until you see the next video. Trust me, the drama over there makes this look like the warm-up.